You you are not special. You're not. The problems you're going through does not make you special. You're not special. You're with me for like 5 minutes, the whole episode, and then you can decide whether or not you want to unsubscribe and you want to label me as crazy. Okay, so just hear me out. Our title for today's message is "You Are Not Special." And as I explore this profound yet overlooked truth of human experience, that life happens to all of us. And so, through my journey of living in my peace and actively listening to others, I have come to the realization that our struggles are not unique, and rather they resonate with a shared aspect of human condition. Hi everyone, welcome back to episode. Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 11 and season 2. It 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 continues to just make me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside, knowing that we are growing, and we are expanding, and it continues to just be a good way to just reflect on the good things that are happening in life or in my life. I think I and just like everyone else, we have this tendency of fixating on the things that aren't always going the best. And while just, well, since the last time having uploaded an episode, there are a lot of things that have happened, and the same way that things happen in our day to day life. One of the good things that I realized is just the the good that sometimes social interaction has, and just the positive of just being in the sun sometimes. I think I am very close knit. I like my house and my little cocoon space, that it becomes easy to wallow in the things that are going wrong in your life, and not having a bit of human interaction kind of just fosters that loneliness and just contributes to the way that you're feeling. And I think it does prompt today's episode, and I know that our topic or our title is it's a little harsh, and it's not with the intent to attack, and it's not with the intent to jab at you. Rather, it's the total opposite, to get us to understand that we are not special in the problems that we are dealing, the problems that we are going through in life is not significant to us. And so this realization has prompted three major insights that has inspired me, and I hope can inspire others in navigating their own paths. And so the first is embracing the idea that we are not alone in our struggles. And in doing so, it fosters a sense of connection and empathy for those around us as well as with ourselves. And so, second, understanding that life is a series of unpredictable events. And so, this should encourage resilience and adaptability and allow us to face challenges with a more open and flexible mindset. And then, number three is recognizing that our worth is not defined by extraordinary achievements, but by small moments of kindness and understanding that we share with others. And this brings a profound sense of fulfillment and purpose. And these insights have not only transformed my perspective, but also empowered me to approach life with a greater sense of humility and gratitude. These three things, and of course there are more, have kind of just helped me in my journey of you're not special. It has been a harsh truth to learn. It has been a real reality check to tell myself, and immediately you kind of just root back to who do you think you are? Who gets to tell you I'm not special? The things that I'm going through, I can guarantee you people are not going through. Well, at least in the manner, in the intensity that it's happening. And that might be true. It's important to understand that life happens to all of us, and the way that it happens is unique to you. The the intensity and the approach that it happens is significant and unique to you. The problem itself, though, we we've all gone through, or we all go through, and it's a hard pill to swallow because we are so used to, or I have been so used to just accepting the fact that certain things just happen the way that they do for me, and it's different for other people. And it's so much easier to bask in and wallow in the problems that happen in life as opposed to finding out if other people are going through the same struggles and what can we gain or learn from it. So let's dig a little deeper. First, it's essential to acknowledge that vulnerability is a universal experience. We all experience vulnerability, at least one way or another, if not every day. It is something that should not be frowned upon. It's something that we should be proud of. That being able to show what you're going through in life takes a lot. It is easier to show people the best side, and I think social media has kind of made it a little easier to only bask in the good things that are happening in your life. The best or the most, put together pic, and that's the one I post. Or the most edited and gone through video, that's the one you upload. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to put your best foot forward. It's what you want out of life. It's what you want for yourself. But I think it's also important for us to acknowledge that there was a process to get there. There's a journey that you go through, and it's not always going to be sunshine and roses. There are times where it's going to feel like an uphill battle. And so having social media can also be a form of being an advocate for that, being there through the process. And I think that's been one of the things that have prompted this channel, and just my journey as well. It was always set on, when I get to a certain stage, I'll start the channel. When I get to a certain thing that I want to achieve in my life, I'll start the channel. And it's kind of just, it never happened, or it's busy happening. And so if you're stuck in trying to get to the end goal, you never acknowledge and embrace the moments that are happening in between. And I think that's just also been another prompt for the channel, is to present it the way that it is, where it is, as raw as it can get. And the truth for that is that life is happening. Our journeys are happening right now. I'm going through life right now, and there are times when it's not good, and there are times where I want to pull my hair out because it just feels like such a struggle. And then there are also days where it feels like things are lifting up, the clouds are lifting, it's not as grey and gloomy anymore. And that's the beauty of life. That is things that we need to acknowledge and share, that there are days that we get it right, and there are days that we don't. There are days that it's good, and there are days that it's not, and that is okay. It's life. That's just the way life is. And I will continue being an advocate for our emotions and feeling them, basking in it, but not to be defined by it. The truth about emotions is that they can be really empowering and overpowering sometimes. And so it's important to find a balance with the things that we feel and how much we are allowing it to define us. And so, once again, by embracing a sense of collective struggle, we can foster empathy and understanding with one another, not creating a community of sadness and being an advocate for negative emotions. No, 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 no. But understanding that you don't have to go through things alone. And by finding people who have gone through something similar and learning from that can be seen as a positive, as opposed to just constantly wallowing things that are happening wrong in your life. And the moment you click onto social media, it kind of just pushes that narrative that, look, these people have everything going good in their life and I don't. And it's like sometimes I have to remind myself that what I'm looking at is a finished product of other people. I don't know the things that they have gone through. And so I can't compare my step one, my journey, to their finished product. I'm not at a finished product yet, so I can't compare that. And again, comparison is the enemy of our joy. And so if we can steer away from wanting to compare ourselves to other people, we should. I think I read something very important, or something that was very profound to me with, it's difficult to not want to compare yourself. And so if you're going to compare yourself, then you might as well do it with the past you and the present you, with who you want to be. Where am I? What have I done? How can I get to where I want to be? Compare yourself with yourself. This is your life, it's your journey. And as much as I said our problems are not what make us special, our journey makes us unique. It has also become really clear to me that no individual inherently is special in their suffering. We are all participants in a grand narrative that is filled with trials and tribulations. And this recognition allows for deeper connections that we share with our stories and to support each other through the adversities. And in doing so, we can cultivate a community that is rooted in compassion and solidarity, where we can stand for sharing our human experience, and becoming a source of strength rather than isolation, and understanding that the unpredictability of life is there to teach us to remain resilient and to adapt in the face of uncertainty. And so I think this has also just been something that has been very heavy and prominent on my heart, with just creating a social media platform, of creating a YouTube channel that shows people you don't always have to have it together. You can talk about things that are uncomfortable. There are many things or things that we go through that it's so much easier to bask in, this is happening to me alone, and have it be this snowball effect that creates this narrative and outlook of life. Rather, you can just be an advocate for things that, this life thing, yes, it's unique to you, but there are some things that other people can learn from. And vulnerability doesn't always have to be the scary thing, but a source of power for yourself and for other people. You have an opportunity in this technologically advanced world to spread kindness and to spread realness that doesn't always have to come as a finished product. You can let people know that this is the journey, this is the process, and it's as raw as it's gonna get. Yes, we edit the video, but this is life. It is happening to all of us, and there are struggles that we go through on a daily. There are struggles that you go through. There are struggles that I go through on a daily, and that doesn't have to be who we are. And so resilience emerges this critical or this crucial trait that is cultivated through shared experience. And so by witnessing how others navigate the difficulties, we can learn strategies for coping and adapting them to ourselves. And so, yes, life's unpredictability and it teaches us resilience, like I said. And also, it is not this merely thing that it's an individual quality that you have to learn, but it's a communal strength that it's derived from mutual support and encouragement. And so, using social media for good, it doesn't have to always be this thing of showing off the latest cute pic. And of course, why not? It's your picture to social media, so you get to do whatever you want to do with it. But if you also get to be a voice of positivity and a voice of compassion and a voice of realness, why not? And so, and lastly, embracing the notion that we are not special fosters a sense of humility, and it encourages us to contribute positively to the world. And I think this has it's been a good lesson to learn, and I'm still learning that you don't have to go through this life alone. You don't have to embrace your struggles alone. You don't have to think that you are special with the problems that you are dealing with. There are so many of us who share similar issues or share similar problems. Yes, they don't happen at the same time, and yes, they don't show or present themselves in the same manner. And again, that's kind of just the unique aspect of life. But those problems we have all gone through, and so I think it's a nice way to just sometimes use your social media platform for a sense of positivity. And lastly, this has been a bit of a difficult one, but finding meaning in adversity can transform your outlook on life. I, and probably like many others, have fallen in the trap of saying life is always a struggle, life always bamboozles me. It is a struggle after a struggle, it is uphill battle after uphill battle. Everything is always a struggle for me, and it doesn't seem like that way for other people. Everything always has to be a problem before it becomes a solution. And while that might be the case, sometimes just understanding why certain things are happening is important. It's not the best pill to swallow always. It's not the easiest thing to do. Um, because sometimes we just want peace. Sometimes we really just want a bit of a breather. I don't always want something to be a struggle. I don't always want to learn a lesson. Sometimes I just want things to pan out the way I want them to. And life is unpredictable, and so we get to make plans, we get to want things for ourselves, and life is just gonna happen. And so we can either fixate on the fact that things always go the way I don't want it to go, or we can just understand that there's something I need to learn out of this, and that's just life. There are just things that you have to go through, things you have to experience. And again, like I said, it's not always the best, it's not always something that we want, but it's something that we need. It's something that is going to help you in one way or another. And so this has just made it evident for me that while life presents obstacles in uniformity across humanity, the lessons that we learn from these experiences can lead to personal growth and to fulfillment. And through these shared journeys, we can understand that our significance lies not in the exceptional, um, lies not in being exceptional, but in ways that we can uplift and inspire one another. And in understanding that we are part of a larger scheme of our human experiences, and to find purpose in building connections and offering our unique contributions to our collective story. And so, yeah, that is all that we have for our topic today. And I hope that you don't unsubscribe and that you don't feel like our topic for today was aimed at a jab. It really wasn't. It was more of just creating a sense of community and shared understanding that there are some things that we go through in life that we all go through. It does at the time feel like you're the only one going through it, but not to bask in those emotions and to understand that life happens to all of us. And that's kind of why we're not special. You don't have to feel like you're alone. You don't have to feel like you're going through it alone. And so being a voice of reason in aims to unveil myself and hope to help other people is why we have the channel, to be a voice of reason to other people and to be an advocate for. You don't always have to have it together. You don't always have to feel like you're going through it alone. You're not. I am sharing it as real as it gets. There are moments that feel like it's a struggle, and there are moments where it feels like, okay, I can breathe a little. And that's just the beauty of life. It's the unpredictability of life, and that doesn't mean that we need to isolate ourselves with the things that we are going through. And sometimes a little goes a long way, and I will continue being an advocate for being kind and being compassionate with yourself and with others around you. And so that's all for our episode for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you liked today's video, give it a comment if you want to. And like always, here's to relearning, unlearning, and unfailing yourself. Bye.